everybody, and welcome. I'm not even going to say it's Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree, because it's not. This is a special segment with very special people. We're here to talk about the BB Canada 9 cast reveal with some of my favorites from BBCAN, and I'm so excited. Let's give them a big welcome. We got Andrew, we got HIRA, and we got Madeline. Yay!
Hi!
Come on.
Yes, I'm so excited. We do know that Rob has a podcast is on right now too. This is going to be a super casual, super intimate little sesh with some BB house guests, because I feel like with everything that's going on right now, it's really important for y'all to also get kind of like the house guest point of view and what we're seeing. And obviously, I think I can only speak for myself, but I know that there's a lot of us that are going to be like eyes glued onto the TV this season. It's a very special season, is it not?
Yeah.
So just before anybody, because I know that there's a lot of people there that this is like either they're just starting with BBCAN. We do have a lot of BBCAN fans, but we also have fans that where this is going to be like their very first time even watching BB Canada. I've been getting a lot of messages asking for how to watch BB Canada from the States. And so why not go around the room or around the square, tell us your season. And yeah,
I'll start because I feel like I'm the older of the cast here. But my name is Andrew Miller, Big Brother Drew. For those that know me, I was on Big Brother Canada season 6. I'm in Toronto. Big fan of the show before I was on the show. I didn't win the season, guys. For those that don't know, I was the second boot. I don't know why, but things happen and things happen. But I'm grateful to be here. Love Jess. Love all things reality TV. And of course, if you guys don't know, we used to have a wonderful show called Minority Report. Still doing wonderful numbers on your socials as well. But yeah, happy to be here talking about Big Brother Canada, guys.
Yes.
Let you go first.
Go ahead,
Maddie.
HIRA.
Ladies first. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Maddie. I was on Big Brother Canada season 8. Or in other words, the flop season, because we never got to complete it. No, it was pretty bad. But yeah, we got canceled. We were only 25 days into playing, and unfortunately, we got canceled. So it is what it is. It's going to be a little challenging, honestly, watching season 9 for me at least. But I'm going to make it through.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone?
HIRA.
It's HIRA. I was also on the season with Maddie. Got canceled. We're all a little bitter about it, a little sad, but here we are. I'm now over that phase. I'm excited to watch, especially with Twitter gets me excited with the new cast, and house reveal hasn't happened yet, but I'm excited to watch this season. I feel like I might be even tuning into some live feeds, and excited to see what this new cast brings. And hopefully it doesn't get canceled. I don't want anyone to feel. I don't want anyone to feel the hurt that we felt. So, yeah.
That. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. It does really suck. I was hoping that maybe a couple of y'all would have gone in this season, given that there were only 14. Who knows? Maybe they're all faking it right now. Maybe we have someone who's just like talking to us. Oh, HIRA looks like he's on a sequester couch, actually.
He does.
What do you mean? Maddie brought her degrees to the hotel room right there in the back.
with my family name right there.
I think we all were kind of like having a little bit of an inkling someone from season 8 would be on, but
yes.
I expect it to be all newbies, and they're still holding out on 2 or 3 house guests. I feel like, so it should be fun.
Yeah. I mean, so everybody in the chat, let us know anything that you want us to talk about specifically. But obviously, we're going to go through the cast reveal. A couple of days ago, BBCAN came out with their cast. All of the bios are on Global TV for those, also on the YouTube for those who don't get Global if you're in the States, but you can watch that. But we're going to go through all of the cast reveals. But before we do, for those who don't know, and I want to address it because there's a lot of people on the chat right now that are blowing it up saying, Ethan's gone, Ethan's gone. Yes, it is official, y'all. Ethan, he was one, if not actually the only straight white male on the cast, and was taken out. Big Brother Canada just released a statement at 8:05 p.m. stating today, Global TV and Insight Productions were made aware of some significant concerns regarding an individual who has been announced as part of the season 9 cast for Big Brother Canada. We take this information seriously and acknowledge the impact these concerns raise for both the production and those involved. While much of what has happened or what has been brought to our attention remains unproven, we cannot proceed with casting this person, and this individual will be replaced ahead of the season premiere. Bam! This is
crazy.
This is crazy. Hey, well, first of all, like I gotta give it up to BBCAN.
Yeah.
I swear, y'all are like ahead of the game. I love you all. For those who don't know, I feel like I'm part Canadian. My husband's from Scarborough, so that is kind of like my second home, and so I have near and dear love to my Canadians. But damn, y'all are like, it's almost like, you talk the talk, you walk the walk. Not only with everything that's going on with COVID, but seriously, even Big Brother Canada, they ain't playing, and I love it.
I was late to catch the news exclusive for me, but wasn't today move-in day? Behind
I heard it was tomorrow. I heard it was tomorrow.
Saturday.
I think it's Saturday. Saturday.
I heard it was Saturday.
Okay. Well, hey.
I think that's when we moved in, but I don't know.
Well, either way, great job to the team there. Shout out to Arissa. I know that with season with so much expectation and on diversity and inclusion, for this to get through, definitely a mistake. But hey, things happen, guys. You guys can attest to this. Last year, sometimes people don't know what happens until the spotlight is shined upon the people that are there. And of course, there's, I'm sure, levels to like, this guy was bad to his, kindergarten teacher, but like, some of these accusations are definitely some that can't be forgiven.
Yeah,
I agree. I saw that he went to Melbourne, and that's right by my house. It's Toronto District School Board. I work with Toronto District School Board. I was going to do some investigations. I was going to call some people up, find some principals that worked at Melbourne. I was about to do some of that Big Brother fandom. How they dig. They do better work. I tweeted it today. They do better work than the FBI. So hats off to all the fans. I was about to, I'm a fan of the show. I love the show. So I was about to do some digging.
Yeah, initially, go ahead.
Go ahead here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I when it first came out, like the first tweet about it, I'm like, okay, it's just one tweet. Who knows if it's true or not? But as more things started piling up and up, and I'm surprised, but these allegations are very serious. So it makes sense for them to take all the precautions as you possibly can, because you don't want someone like that in that time.
I will say, after seeing Ethan's video, I wasn't too impressed with Ethan either way. And he didn't seem to stand out to me. Reminded me of a guy that I know, the hockey playing guy that might also be flinging around the N-word. But it's one of those things where it's like you don't know until you know. But I wasn't too impressed with him. He said he was a goofball like 3 or 4 times. Like, come on, guys, let's get maybe people that aren't goofballs on this season.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And the thing, and I posted it today. I'm just like, yo, give BB Twitter the job. Like, just hire them already. Like, you ain't getting shit past them. Like, they are going to find you out. You got skeletons in your closet? They gonna take them out. Like, seriously. It's no joke.
For real. Like, they gotta stop paying the background check company and just hand it off to Twitter. It's crazy how much these people dig out.
And that's not funny thing is the crazy thing is that although I know that Big Brother Twitter world or people probably think that we don't get grilled enough, like it's actually a pretty gruesome process to be a part of a Big Brother cast, and it like they don't like because we already go through all of the like I mean you think that I thought it was pretty bad. It's actually really startling that some of these things are getting past some people, because I mean they looked up a speeding ticket that supposedly I got in like a completely different state like 7 years ago. And if they can find that, like, how are you not able to find out some of these really serious allegations? Like, this isn't just someone who's is being called out for being a racist, but he's also being called out for being a misogynist. And I mean there's a lot of allegations on this person. Right. So especially on such a diverse season, I'm very, very happy that they're taking these precautions, because, and we'll get, we'll go through the cast reveal, but to have a season right now where you have the first trans woman on the show, like the last thing you want is to have disruptive behavioral problems within the cast.
Now I'm reading in the chat that there's apparently a page of the new person already up somewhere.
Ooh, we're gonna have to.
I'm not sure if that's actually something going on, but
I think someone said I did hear that his name was Kyle. A lot of people are saying he's really cute, so who knows? I mean, we'll look through it.
Well, how about we just go through the list of the cast right now, and then whoever we'll get to the end. Probably updated by the time we get to the end.
Yeah, we'll go through the list. So let me go and share. We're gonna go and share the first group, and we'll do them by. Well, let's start here, shall we? How do we? Oops. Can you see this? Am I sharing anything?
I don't see anything on my end.
Sorry, y'all. Oh yeah. Really? I thought I saw it.
David Crowder in the chat saying that his name is Kyle Moore, and he's
I'm already on it.
Yeah.
I'm already on it.
What do you think, Maddie? Is a smash or pass? What's the word?
So far, I have Kyle Moore from CTV News, so I'm gonna keep looking.
Okay. Oh, fake news there.
It's fake news.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Breaking news, man. This is Big Brother. This
I'm looking.
Hockey coach from Alberta.
Okay, Hira got it.
I don't see it. I saw in the chat that he was a hockey coach. Oh.
From Red Deal.
Oh, that's why.
Red Deal. Yeah.
I was supposed to here. This is why you guys thought we couldn't see anything. Is because I don't know how to work. I don't know how to work this. Okay. Bam. Okay. So we've got. Let's start off with these first. Well, we'll start with the first 8. Is that good? Right.
Yeah,
so we'll start with the first one, and actually this is a funny one because Drew, I think this one was the one that people were really expecting, who is Julie Vu. She's 28. She's an influencer from British Canada, and the first trans woman to be on a season of Big Brother Canada. What are our thoughts? Who wants to start?
I'll kick it off there, I guess. Word had leaked on Twitter first. I think she was the first one to kind of, go quiet, but obviously she's already a bit of a star, comes with a bit of her own, social following. Obviously her YouTube videos are, I guess, noteworthy. people checking in to see her transitioning, and I think it's something groundbreaking that Big Brother Canada is doing there. I think it's definitely, one of those risque moves. I don't even call it risque. I think it's current and it's up to date, and it's something that that needs to be casted, and Big Brother Canada catching up and getting it done.
I agree. I wrote down that she's gorgeous. I love her story. She seems like she's really she says that she's mentally tough, and I agree with her. And she seems like a really strong individual. It says that she got 15 tattoos and 3 surgeries, that she went through a lot because of that. So I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a quick transition, but I like her. I feel like in this cast, she didn't really explain like what she's gonna do in terms of gameplay. So like, I don't know if she's, really gonna be like a comp beast, or I think she's gonna be more towards a social player. She did explain that she is an alpha female. That's a little worrisome for me because I do really like her. I feel like if she is in a, like in an alliance, she's gonna be like, they're gonna go after her. She's gonna be like the head of the snake type thing. But I like her. I think she's going to be, one to watch out for.
Yeah. Also note that this is her 6th time auditioning. So she is a very big Big Brother fan. This is her 6th audition.
Yeah, I saw a couple past house guests like post some pictures with her. So she seems like she's been in or involved around the community and been a big fan. So that's good to see. So she seems like a super fan of the show, or a big fan of the show. And she's definitely a first in terms of someone who went through the whole transition process. So she seems cool. And it'll be interesting to see how someone with such a big following already on social media, like how she does with some of the voting aspect of the show with the fans. So that should be interesting. And see if it has an effect on the game in any way.
Yeah. I personally, I like the fact that she's an influencer already, it could mean one of two things, right? Like, it means that she's going to really be no holds barred. Like, she's definitely going to speak her mind. She's going to, there's not much of a filter, given that she has showcased a lot of her life already. She's going to be very, very comfortable right off the bat. The fact that she's an alpha, the fact that she's an alpha female, I agree with you, Maddie. Like, sometimes when people say alpha female, but I also consider myself an alpha female, and I'm really sweet. But I'm really hoping that this just means that, she's gonna target some big players, right? Maybe she's gonna be targeting some comp beasts. Maybe that just means she's gonna be the mastermind, of the whole entire, of the whole operation. Which, I mean, it pretty much looks like she wants to, that she wants to do that. It's gonna be very interesting in terms of how she gets along. How people perceive her. But there is one, and we'll touch upon it later, but there is one girl that I think that that she may connect with, and she may connect with a few people, actually. I already kind of see a whole alliance for her.
I wanted to address the elephant in the room, guys, because you guys are tiptoeing around the conversation here. Is she going to reveal to the house guests, or is that important if she reveals to the house guests that she is transitioned? I don't know. Excuse my ignorance, guys, but hey, if I'm in a house with somebody, and is that information that she needs to share?
She doesn't need to, but I think she will. I was gonna ask the same thing. I think she will, because since she's such a, maybe there's other super fans in there and they have already come across her profile. You never know. Sometimes people have done their digging around like BB Twitter does, so they might already know her. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I think she will expose herself that she is a transgender.
Yeah, I think. I honestly think that. I mean, I don't know. Did you all know of Julie Vu before this? Because I didn't. So I don't know how prominent of a of an influencer she is. Does anybody know?
Nope.
I didn't know her.
But I saw her picture pop up, as you said, like she went, as Andrew was saying, she went she went very private many weeks ago. So I seen her picture pop up a while back. So you never know if someone
Got
else saw
it.
that too.
Yeah, because I think this is gonna be, I think, her being a social media influencer and her being a Big Brother fan, and the fact that she's been, applying for 6 seasons, I think that would probably be more of a target on her back. I don't think that, I mean, given that she is repping, and representing this community, I really wouldn't see why she would keep that a secret. I would think that she would want to be able to share, share that, and probably have, those teachable moments with her fellow house guests. So it'll be very interesting.
Yeah. I think, if you tell people you're an influencer, she has a huge target, and obviously she might be in trouble just off, being that. Plus, people, here's the thing, guys, and I don't know if you people can speak to that as well, but people like to hate on the people with the big personality and the little bit of sauce. I think there might be a little sauce envy with someone coming in as polished and as put together.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so we'll see. So we have Julie. So let's go. Do we go down? Do we go to the side? Do you want to go?
We'll go side. We'll go Kiefer. Oh my God, Kiefer's
Kiefer Collision. Let's talk about this name. Like, I feel like he needs an auto parts store or something.
I think it would be pronounced Collison though.
Oh, what it? Oh, you're right, Collison. Oh, yeah. I was like, saw collision. As soon as I see it, I see collision for some reason. That must be my
I'm sure most people do.
I like him. I think I feel like I want to be friends with him.
I do too.
I don't know. I want to be friends with him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, I think he's gonna be like one to watch on the live feeds. I feel like he has the personality on him. I think he's gonna be funny. I think he's gonna be entertaining. Do I think he's gonna win? No, but I think he's gonna make it jury. And that's it for him. I think I think he's funny. He's gonna be fun to watch. So I think
he's gonna be very personable. He's a radio host. I think he's gonna do well in terms of getting to know people, and people are gonna like him. But the only thing I feel like, I hope, he's I don't know, if he's not good in competitions or something like that, maybe people will see him as a floater and just someone that's just everyone likes. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna look at him, and probably, I mean, and that's the bias, right? Because look, his picture, obviously, it's very different, actually. He comes off in his video a lot different than he came off in his picture. Like, but in his video, he's just this very vibrant man. I think that he's very charismatic. Well, he's 32. He's a radio host, right? So he definitely has the gift of gab. You can tell that he's going to be like social, like that social component is definitely going to be his strong suit, competition wise, it's going to be a very interesting, it's going to be very interesting to see, because we know that, I mean, as much as I was on the show wanting to rep for like the big girls, there are some things where, I mean, every competition can be hard for every person depending on what the comp is, right? So what do you think, Drew?
I think, obviously Kiefer's going to have a bit of trouble with some of the physical comps. And yeah, I'm a big guy. The comps aren't made for big people, big guys, and we all know that. I love Kiefer. I think his energy is amazing. I want to compare him to the past players in terms of energies and vibes, but when I saw him, I thought of my guy, Big Brother Ryan, happy-go-lucky family guy. He's coming in with 2 daughters at home and 2 dogs. HIRA, what do you think about him coming in as a family guy? You're the family guy last year. That's a tough spot to come in, no?
Yeah, it is. It's tough, and I'm rooting for the dad and the mom on this season so far too. So yeah, I'm rooting for him. It's tough to leave your family. I just hope he doesn't get too homesick or anything like that, like certain people experienced in our season last year. But you know, the one thing I noted on his like bio, when I was going through everyone's bio quickly. There's a part where it says competition beast or floater. I think everyone put competition beast because no one wants to put floater, but except him, he's the only one that had both on it. So I noticed that. I'm like, that's what makes me feel like he's gonna be okay with being a floater, and I hope that's not the case. I don't want him to be okay with it because I want to see him do well. It's a fellow dad out there.
Wait, but we're talking about floater. I feel like floaters get a very negative, get very negative vibes here. Like some floater is very much of a strategy. Like to be a floater, I mean, like it depends if you're just like floating around not knowing what the hell you're doing. But if that's like a legit strategy, you're actually playing to your strength, which for him we would say, well, it's more of the social game. So if your strength is a social game, then it's going to make, I mean, I'm pretty sure that would be considered more of a floater game because you're going to have, I mean, nobody, I mean, let me not say nobody because I don't want to seem biased, but you know, depending on who wants to be on his team, I'm hoping, I mean, we didn't discuss this, but you know, BBCAN right now is going through votes to pick 2 players that will remain safe for the week, and they will be pretty much the leaders? Are they? Is that what they were called?
The captains.
Team captains. Yeah, they would be like team captains. And to be quite honest, I feel like I would put Kiefer in that situation because I don't see anybody. He doesn't seem like he's the first person to get picked, you know, out of the group. If they're like, oh, let me get him and put him on my team, and I don't know you, you know, biases are harsh, and so I know.
As a guy who's had a first game twist that really screwed his game, it's the worst. And voting for someone in this situation, and usually they say, hey, put the older guy in, make the executive decision. That's just so they can get blood in their hands and get booted out early. So hopefully people didn't vote for Kiefer. But hey, you know, I think there is something to be said of those that, you know, are going to be in that place of wisdom and kind of be a leader. I don't know who I see Kiefer, you know, collecting with or connecting with of the cast, but I guess we can go back and see, you know, who he might kind of, you know, connect with.
Yeah. Okay. So so we're on to the next. Latoya. Latoya is like, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. She's a badass bitch, and I love it. I love what she's standing for right now. I think that strategically, she is one who kind of already knows how she's gonna go in. She is a police officer. She's from Pickering, Ontario, not too far from Scarborough, and and she's a police officer, and she before that was a correctional officer. So holy hold, like she's not going to take any shit from anybody, and I love this. What do y'all think?
I the first thing I wrote, it's so funny you said that because the first thing I wrote for Latoya is she is a bad bitch, and I love her. I think she's going to go far. I think she's going to make at least Final Four. If not, I think she could honestly win this whole thing. I think she can keep her composure under, you know, stressful situations a lot better than I did. Yeah, I think she can win this thing. I really do. I like her. Even though I see, like, sorry.
Go ahead, Maddie.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I see a lot of people like ripping on her, like with her pictures on Twitter with like her pops and like the thumb thing, and I laugh. But you know what? When you're in that house, it's a totally different ball game, and you don't see what's on Twitter. And I think she's gonna do amazing. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I just as I was gonna say, the video really the video really cracked me up. I like her. She's from the GTA representing. I love it. It just I think she might be seen as a threat early on. I hope really not. Yeah, but she could be seen as a threat early on. So, but like, yeah, her video cracked me up. That's all I gotta say about this one.
I don't want to say nothing bad about Latoya, guys. I live in Toronto in the GTA. My place will pull up on me right quick. You know what I mean? Lord knows how. Buddy, listen, Latoya, you're beautiful. You know what I mean? DM me when you get out. We'll talk about it. But hey, let's be honest. Police in Toronto have been very problematic. The racial profiling. She as a black woman being a police officer, also being an entrepreneur, also being a model. There's a lot of boxes that she does tick, which is extremely impressive. Girl, we got to talk about what's going on with the police and what we could do to do things in the community. I'm sure she's all for that. And I hope she does well. You know what I mean? I definitely love that casting choice because you know what? It gets people talking. You know what I mean? She got the Superflex whipping the police cruiser with the cameras in there. You know she had to get the okay from the sergeant and constable. You know what I mean? And she's also, guys, what if she goes off in the house? What if something happens? You know she can't have no police officer going like that, showing temper tantrums or dashing water on, you know what I mean? So she has to move a certain way. So, girl, I hope you know what you're doing. You might have a couple plan Bs. The nude swim, listen, I love all that. Love the body positivity stuff as well. So, hey, all the best to you, girl. Don't do nothing crazy in there.
Look, I mean, I don't know about Canada, but police officers tend to do relatively well in Big Brother US seasons, and even in
quiet.
Yeah, and also in Survivor seasons. Like there's this right now I see her as just like this triple threat, and I don't know what the triple is for, but let's just go say like, you know, she's got the beauty, she's got the brawn, and she's got that intelligence, you know. Like I think that she's very aware that she's not going to tell people she's a cop, which props to you, because as soon as they find out, they're going to boot your ass. That's what I would think, you know. But she has the intelligence of that. She does have a swimsuit line. She's a very pretty woman. She knows enough of that jargon to be able to pass just as a fashion designer, which is great. And then she knows how to read people. So I feel like cops, if anything, she's going to be able to tell when people are bullshitting her. She's going to be able, hopefully, to keep her composure, you know, do some deflecting techniques, whatever it is. I feel like overall she's probably a very amazing, well-rounded house guest. Overall,
she's got all the tools. She's got all the tools.
Absolutely.
Hopefully she doesn't ask too many questions though, because you know sometimes people are police officers. They just have a way of asking questions a little too aggressively. Like, yo, why are we asking? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know? And she says that one of her strategies is to build alliances and make nice with the house guests. So who knows if she's going to try to lay low? I mean, we all try to lay low for the very first few, and it never really works. But
some people have the luxury of laying low. Some people don't. So I think she's probably not in. You know, hopefully this season she'll be able to kind of coast a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
I think she's going to do well.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely would hope, and I think that I could easily see her top 5.
She's single too, right? Was that undisclosed?
I don't think that it was in her. I don't think it was in her bio.
Just asking. Street want to know.
Are you asking for a friend?
Just asking for the street. You know what I mean? Listen.
I was gonna say. I was like,
lovely black woman, well put together, a job. You know what I mean? It's you know. Come on.
The relationship status is shacked up. So
sorry to her man. That's way too much. You know, going through her DMs.
But you know what? Yeah. Once she sees you, Andrew, it's gonna be game over. So it's okay.
I don't want no problems, Latoya. I'm just,
bad Maddie. Come on now.
Maddie.
Yeah. Oh, someone said on the chats that she's single, but she said no showmans.
Say she's focused. They okay. But listen, people say that stuff all the time.
They do.
People talk crazy all the time. I think Adam Pike was the most notorious. I feel like he was against it, Rose, and then once he's seen what, listen, it's lonely now. And I will say this too, guys. COVID has people going crazy. The third level this season will definitely be at an all-time high.
I know that Drew is sort of playing around, but I also agree with him. I think that being shacked up for so long, I mean, being enclosed for so long, maybe these people go crazy. Maybe these house guests like really like get buck wild. Do you think that they're going to do that?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Listen, people are dying to be in like hanging out, especially if you're single. You've been locked up. You've been in sequester. The sequester experience alone. By the time you walk down those steps, you are about whatever.
Yeah. So let's go to Is it Rohan?
Yeah.
Rohan. Mr. Rohan, 26 from Toronto. He's a strategic partnership manager, and he has legit said that he is the villain of the season. And to be quite honest, I'm all for it because I love someone who's able to own their shit, and I love it. I'm excited to see him. How is everybody else feeling?
I hope he lives up to it, because sometimes people talk a big game and they go in there are far from a villain. So
and self-evac right away.
But I'm supporting yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I said it right.
You did. Maddie was like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could tell right away he's a Toronto boy, so I'm just like, another Toronto boy. I have to see on my screen now. But I kind of like him. I love how he's a villain. I feel like he's the only villain all season that like I don't know. Is that a thing? Is he the only villain? I feel like everyone's so nice.
To be fair, I think that the only person who literally said that they were a villain last year was Min Lee. Like I think she was the one who was.
Had villain vibes last year too.
Oh yeah, Nico kind of did, yeah. But like you said, the whole eviction thing. So
something.
What's with them casting these Middle Eastern men as villains? What's up with that? I wanted to ask. I thought that was kind of, we saw Hamza our season. I saw there was some Hamza sauces, him kind of looking like Hamza. I saw the Nico being thrown in there too. And now you have Rohan admitting that he wants to be sort of villain mastermind, puppet master, if you will. I don't know. Is that a thing? People want to be the bad guy?
I don't know. I guess so. To me, it looks like Hamza and Nico had a baby, and that's Rohan.
Right.
It's a villain, just like Nico and Hamza.
Hamza, I'm sorry. I didn't agree with that, Hamza. I didn't agree with that.
Hamza knows I love him.
Yeah, but then you see what happens. Rohan's going to come out the house. He's going to Google this, and you say, oh, Maddie said I look like this guy. And it's the worst. Cindy with an S said I look like Godfrey, and I still haven't forgiven her for that.
I already told Hamza that he looks like.
But it's also because they're very handsome men. That's probably
they're both very handsome. I was just telling Hamza that people were comparing him. He's like, I already know. So, but I like him.
Is my fellow East Indian brother, not Middle Eastern, but East Indian. I'm rooting for him. So this is our brown representative of the season. So I'm rooting for him.
He's legit the only person right now who has a clear strategy. And so let me read this to y'all for those who haven't been able to get on like the Big Brother Canada site. His strategy is to create an alliance with 5 people, all with different skill sets. I plan to be quite active in the first half of the game by destroying the plays and calling the shots.
It sounds like an episode of Disaster. That sounds like
He says he was selected to be on BBCAN because he brings a high degree of confidence and energy, and he also plans to be somewhat ruthless in this game. Yeah.
I think he's a nice guy. I think he's just playing up to the villain. Yeah. I think he's
what he gives me? He gives me Mark Pretty Boy vibes.
Oh no, that's horrible. No, you haven't met Mark. Mark is very lame. I think from even seeing Rohan's video.
No, I know, but
Yes, just listen.
That's
You
kind
can
of
tell
how
sauce. He has some sauce. He definitely has a gift to gab. He was very entertaining in his video. He says that the 20 seconds, I could be lying to you 20 times, but very good, man. Salute to him. I think he's a handsome guy. The things them, I love that. So, maybe he'll be able to get through and get a little showmance. I think he's going to possibly get a little showmance with my guy in Israel there. You know what I mean? So
I would like that.
Hey.
I think that they would be really cute. Austin. And we'll get to her, but yeah. I could kind of see that.
Okay.
That's a read. That's a read for the people in the comments. There's a read for you.
I think he'll do well. I think it's because they said he only tells the truth like 25% of the time or something, and he was lying throughout his whole bio. I think that I believed him, but I'm also very gullible. But but like I just
so there you go. So it'll work with somebody in the house. It could work with somebody in the house.
Yeah, I think he was lying through the whole bio, and he's smart as heck. He's gonna do really good.
Here's where he won't do good, Hira, is because I feel like someone like LaToya and Julie would literally sniff him out. Like they'd be like, nah, that's not. Depending on how cocky he comes in. Like I think the true smart of him would be to know, like, if he's really intelligent, he would know to really downplay his cockiness in front of the women. But
he also was great with it. He had a little thing in his bio talking about how he would compliment everybody, and even with those 3 little compliments, I was like, "Yo, he's a salesman. He looks slick. He looks slick.
He's a realtor, right?
No, he's a marketing something or other.
Yeah, strategic partnerships manager. He's a smart guy. Okay. And I think as long as he doesn't come out too loud and obnoxious in the beginning, and he uses his smarts to lay low and lie behind the scenes, I think he's gonna do well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he's actually someone that I'm really excited to see. I like villains that play a good villain. So I really hope he's a good villain and not one of those really annoying, like, get off my TV villain. Like you annoy me, get off. So we shall see. Okay, so next is, I forget her name. What was her name? Gosh, Tara.
That's the spin mom.
Tara Spin Mom. That I always say Chihuahua. I don't know why. Like, because she was talking about comparing herself to, like, what was she comparing herself? What animal was she comparing herself to?
Fierce bull.
I was just thinking, like, like the Chihuahuas that have a lot of, like, bark, because they're so small. But but she's kind of giving herself that, that she's short, she's 5 feet. And she's a spin instructor. She looks very fit. She is a mother of 2. And she's feisty. She considers herself feisty. And I was wondering, I don't know if what ethnicity she is. I thought for a second she could be, like, Hispanic, but I don't know. People are putting her in that.
Sarah Petrozzi is Italian, I think.
Yeah,
could be.
And she married an Italian and took his name.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but either way, she says she can handle it because she has kids, so she can deal with juvenile behavior. She's 37, so she's older. She wants to be the first mom and the oldest person on Big Brother to win Big Brother Canada.
Here's the thing about being older in the house, full of young people. So luckily this season she has some older people than her. But when you're an older person, people will annoy you and you'll say some things that older people will say, which will put you in a situation. Plus, you also want to take control and do things. And they're going to be like, yo, why is this woman coming here and doing this? We don't have mom here. So I think it's only a matter of time until she's probably going to get fed up, say something disrespectful or rude, and she's going to be on an island because obviously living in a house with that many people that are just more interested in getting to know each other than to, remove garbage from piling up in the, near the pantry. It's not happening,
Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. I didn't write a lot about her. There was this mom. She's small but mighty. She's cute. You know, she's athletic. She seems like she's smart. I feel like what you said, like if she sees something out of place, she might scold the younger people in the house. She might go mom mode.
She's definitely going to go in mom mode because you can even see that when she was telling the kids about the HOH and being that's not. Listen, lady. Listen, I don't want to vote for the OGs too, but listen, there's certain things you can't do, and I guarantee you, within that first week, she gonna piss somebody off and she'll be in hot water.
But she seems like a cool mom, Drew. Like I feel like
I love cool moms too, bro. But HIRA, you can talk to this, bro. You've been in the house. You know, eventually someone's going to do some dumb, annoying stuff, and you're like, "Yo, dog, what's wrong with you?"
Look, I can relate. I'm a cool dad. I think she's gonna blend in with the young ones fine, in my opinion. She might have some issues in the kitchen. I think that's gonna happen. Even I have that, but I think she's gonna blend in good. And
here's the thing. I don't know. Do you guys know what the median age was for your season? Because this is a pretty old cast. I feel like.
I think ours was older.
Really?
For season 8. Yeah, I think the youngest was John Luke. He was 23, and then there was a big jump, maybe like 25. All of us were like early 30s, late 20s. Is that right here for her?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if it's older, but it might be the
20s?
same. It might be the same, or maybe older. We were older, but yeah, we had a lot of people around 30 in our.
Okay, so this is
like early 30s.
Yeah, I think Big Brother is trending older these days. I think that's probably the better way. They want people more experienced. They want people that can handle, I guess, the scrutiny and living on by themselves and stuff like that. But then I guess they always throw in an oddball. So I don't know. I feel like it's better for the viewing audience to have people that are a bit more established with more to say, especially when it comes to like live feeds and life experiences and telling stories.
Yeah.
So we agree that. Sorry.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say, do we agree that like Tara is like not a regular mom? She's a cool mom.
She's not a regular mom.
Being a spin instructor is super cool. Her husband is a very handsome, looks like a cool like rock star dad too.
Yeah,
the kids look, what I mean. The house looks beautiful, laid out quite well. So I feel like they got a little sauce, a little swag to them. But when you're in that house, your life experiences will kick in, and when there's something not being done or something's being done wrong, or you're like, put it not in the garbage bag. There's 1,000 little things that's going to show your age or reveal your age, and you'll be like, you know what, this ain't the conversation for me. This is, what I mean. But I will think that she's gonna find her space with a couple other of the older people. Like I definitely see her and Kiefer being a bit of a pair that we already talked about. You know what I mean? And even the next lady from Newfoundland, Tina, I think she's also going to be a bit of a, there's going to be a bit of a OG alliance, if you will, maybe.
Tina, yeah. So she's from, how do you guys pronounce it? Is it like Newfoundland? Because she has such a thick accent. I was just like, but it almost sounds like she's from Ireland. Is that the accent?
Newfoundland, yeah, accent.
Well,
yeah.
A lot of people in the East Coast do come, like they have roots in Ireland and Europe. So, that's why they have certain accents. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it's so she this is going to be an interesting one. She is the oldest. She is 42 from Newfoundland. Very sweet. She comes off really sweet. She started playing hockey in her 40s. So I would say she's going to be a comp beast. If you guys have if they have a hockey POV or a hockey HOH, do you guys have a lot of those?
Yeah, there's always like one sports spoof HOH every year. I think last year they had a basketball. We had a basketball in our season too, but there's always like some sort of sporty spoof mix coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I actually like Tina. You know what I mean? I think that she's definitely a solid older lady, but being an older lady in that house and is also very rough as well.
Absolutely.
She also said that shout out my boy Will posted a photo with her, so she's also been, I guess, trying out for a few seasons as well. So that's always interesting and good to see like a couple people that are diehard fans getting an opportunity.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, big fan of hers. Hope she does well. But yeah, it's tough. Also, lesbian. Not that that matters or anything. But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting.
She has a partner.
Yeah, who she finds her tribe within the game.
Yeah, she seems to be a little too nice. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but I kind of see her as first boot, and I know that's horrible. Please do not judge me for saying this, but because just looking at everybody, unless she was actually to win the team, as team captain, when looking at everybody's personality right now, she seems to be probably like very introverted, even though she considers herself an extrovert. Like she seems very sweet and quiet compared to everybody else. I don't know. That could just be me.
I think she's loud, guys, because she was one of the first screaming, "Where he at?" That's the Newfoundlander, what's called Wagwan. But yeah, she was "Where he at?" and all that. So she seemed like she had a bit more energy. But it's like I said, it's tough because like even Rosina, our season, Rosina, lovely lady, love Rosina, but like you come in with the wrong energy on that first night and that first impression, and it's real easy to pick the older lady who really is a bit different. You know what I mean? So those biases pop out, and she's still an older lady, so it's going to be hard for her, I think, to kind of find her safe pocket there.
I agree with Jess. Like I think she could be first boot. She just seems. I'm not really getting much from. I'm not getting much from the bio, but let me tell you one thing: the East Coast rides for the people, so she might get that vote. Like she will. She's the only East Coast person, I believe.
Yeah, big facts.
Yeah.
So she might get voted the team captain, and that might be her saving grace for the first week or two.
And she's already been posted by Adam and Will, and they both have big followings too. So you never know, those Newfoundlanders are going to go and vote by the masses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she's the only person who doesn't. Well, not that she doesn't have a strategy. She just says that her strategy going into the house is to be the friendly Newfoundlander. But she really wants to meet and size up the cast, and then she's gonna go from there. So it seems like she's someone who wants to be very adaptable, and I think that's really important. But
you can't do that. You can't do that as the OG. You know what I mean? You can't. You don't have the luxury to kind of to just kind of blend in, especially as the older house guest. You know what I mean? You do look different, and you have different experiences. So I think it's she's got to find her an alliance, a nice, good, easy alliance to kind of get her in there. But if she doesn't find that, she's in trouble.
And I hope she has the confidence to hang with all maybe the younger people, because the question where they ask why do you think you're selected for BBCAN, she said I have no idea. So I hope she has the confidence in herself, and that might be her detriment. That's my take on that.
All right. Well, let's go to is it Tashawn? Is it Tashawn?
Tyshawn. People have creativity from time. So that's creative energy just being sprinkled about there. So
yes, Tyshawn is 29, urban planner from Montreal. He's the only one from Montreal representing. He says he considers himself confident, not cocky. He was raised by women, and he considers himself a nice guy. Yeah,
he was his video was amazing. You know what I mean? They set him up to be the sweetheart teddy bear edit. You met his mama. You met his two grandmas. The man has the abs of steel. Lovely smile. I see Maddie there. Might be a little bit of drool or sweating there, but
I think you're drooling.
I might be. I will say this. Tyshawn, bro, I wish you all the best. I think you got the gift of gab there. I think you got the lovable edit. So hopefully you'll be in a good spot there, man. Just keep your eyes on the prize and not the gal them, and you'll be great.
every person in this cast seems like they have an eye on a showman. So yeah, I hope he doesn't get suckered in. He's shredded, as you said. So I hope Yeah, he's a nice
Hira,
guy.
it's lonely in there, brother. COVID is lonely, my man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
There will be condoms handed out this season.
Oh my God.
I can feel the energy. This summer alone, this is the opportunity of a lifetime they have. They're excited. They've been locked up. We are going to get some action in the house, unbeknownst to the BBCAN house.
This might be Love Island, guys. This might
That's
be
what
Love Island.
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like what I got from him was a lot of charm. So we'll see. I don't know if that's gonna get you too far this season. I feel like there's a lot of people who are coming in with some strategies, but who knows? I mean, pretty boys win all the way. So like,
Maddie, is this a smash or pass, Maddie? That's what I want to know. Stop tiptoeing around the issue.
Maddie, you're muted still.
See, she's shook. She doesn't even know what to say.
Maddie, your mic is muted.
My gosh.
There you go.
My mic the whole time. Okay, what was the question?
Smash or pass, Maddie? That's a fact. That's what she's telling on herself.
What do
Tyshawn. He's a
in terms of like, do I think like define smash or pass? Like,
is it a showman's? If you're in the house, Maddie,
you're in the house,
is it a showman's thing or what? Is it?
She can't say.
Or
she
pass.
can't say. She's
I
gonna say pass. King Jammers is on the chat. She's
that's why. Is that why you're froze up there? No. Is that why you're froze up, Maddie? Because Jams is in the chats. Okay. Beer girls. Jamar, man. Well, go on.
Jamar, get the hell out of here. I gotta talk about Tyshawn. Oh, you know what? When I see him, I think of like I like him. I think I felt like he was like on a dating thing. Like I think he's nice. He has a nice body. He's funny. He's family oriented. He has a nice job. I'm like, damn. Like where was he on my season? Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong? You didn't like Jamar? Jamar was great.
He advocates for like low income communities. Like I don't know. He has the whole package and. I don't know. I think maybe some of the guys in the house might be a little bit intimidated because of that.
Yeah, I counted 8. I think I counted 8 packs.
Yeah. Oh, I counted 12. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I didn't count.
Oh, I don't know. From the bio, I tried counting more than 8. Definitely, he's definitely gonna charm some ladies. Have some girls hot and sweaty.
Yeah, drink from all this thirst in this room.
We've been going through the same COVID as you, Andrew.
Yeah, hey, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, guys. So salute to everyone in the house. Can you guys imagine what it must feel like? I'm sorry, I don't want to rehash old feelings, but like to be locked down, to go back into to have this opportunity to just wild out in front of I don't know, man. It's gonna be a great season. It's gonna be a great season.
Absolutely. And then the last from our 8 is Victoria. So Victoria, that has a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy. I gotta say.
Hamilton.
So she's from Hamilton, Ontario.
You know what goes down in Hamilton, Jessica?
What goes down in Hamilton?
Guys, listen. If you're from Toronto and you want to have a good time for the weekend, all you gotta do get the Magnum up, put the gas up into the whip. You're going down to Hess Village there. Hamilton is like St. Vincent or a weekend trip to Buffalo if you got the right sauce out there. Hamilton is another world. So when I saw Homegirl from Hamilton, I was like, yo, it's about to be old, man. She ready.
Wait, I see in the chats people are saying that they saw a rumor online. Don't hold back. We're here. We're not online. You need to, if you say you saw a rumor, then you gotta put it up in the chat so we can say it out loud. Don't be shy. I don't know. We were talking. I don't know. We were talking about. I thought if it's about Victoria because that's who we're talking about, and you saw a rumor online, we want to know. But she has a lot of energy, and so like this is one thing about energy in the house, like that can get old really quick. So it can kind of really throw some people off. And when she talked, I mean, she's a beautiful girl. And one of the things that I love about her particularly is that she, like, part of her strategy is that she wants to create a final two with a very strong woman. As we see, there's a lot of women here. There's a lot of strong women. Obviously, I'm a strong woman myself, and the only thing I can think of is female alliance, because that's just how my brain works. So I'm really hoping that I see a strong female alliance. Victoria is definitely going to be the girl who's going to want to maybe align with some of these girls. That gets me excited. But also the fact that she's really, she speaks so fast and so loud that, like, I'm just like, stop, you're giving me anxiety. And coming right out of, like, you know, you've been shacked up by yourself in quarantine and you go into a house like that, it's like, get her the F out. Like, I can't. Like, that would be like the only thing. Hopefully she, you know, brings her energy a little lower.
No, you're absolutely right. That first night energies can set you in the wrong path quickly. We saw it with Rosina our season. Even I think maybe even with Laura in the season before. But like, I feel like if you come in with too much sauce, you come in with a little too much energy, people say, "Hey, I don't know about, get this girl out of here. It's just too much. It's too much." You know what I mean? But I like her. I'm wishing her really well. You know what I mean? It's definitely a lot. But hey, I was a lot too. But everyone's got, like, you know, their thing. So we'll see how it goes.
If she's looking for a female alliance, I hope she keeps it down to just like 2, maybe max 3 female alliance, because I'm gonna be a hater. Usually the female alliances never work. Like, long,
they
big
never
ones,
do.
especially.
You're right. That's just fact. They really don't. They haven't yet.
I think this season might be our best bet at a female alliance, though. Looking at the cast overall, I think that they have a lot of, like, you know, alpha females that if they truly link up and you know truly connect, it could be something we've never seen.
They could make history.
Yeah. They said our season had a lot of strong females too, but they were still trying to get guys.
Yeah, BB6 had some of the strongest females in that, in terms of, like, they could have banded together, but it didn't happen.
And that's usually the case. That's the problem, is that these women are so strong and they're so powerful that, like, they probably usually tend to want to be the only baddest bitch on the block. Mm-hmm. You know? And
that reminds me, like, yeah, sorry, go on. I cut you off.
No, yeah. And I think because Victoria just specifically said that she's looking for a woman to align with, it just gives me a little bit more hope that she's willing to share that, you know, to share that space. So, but go ahead.
Rihanna and Maddie were the best female alliance on Big Brother Canada history. Just want to put it out there. The best, the strong. Rihanna and Maddie, the best Big Brother Canada alliance from female perspective. The two of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're
you guys are loyal.
Yeah,
like, that's what you need. You need, like, 2. If you're gonna do a female alliance, 2 loyal females that will stick with each other for a while.
Happy belated birthday, Rihanna, too. She is hot, guys.
Yeah, I feel like season 8 had a lot of hot girls. There were a lot of pretty women.
Some of them are hot, but some of them not too bright. I'm not naming names, but you know.
Now I'm thinking. I'm like, wait, who are you talking about?
Drop names. Come on, Drew. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be shy, right? It's like, don't be shy now.
Everyone has their favorites. Everyone has their people that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, you know, some people's cup of tea is not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? You might like the brain surgeon or the brain guy. You know what I mean? I'm a true blue guy. You know what I mean?
The brain guy. Okay, so we're gonna go with our second match.
Bye, Ethan.
Okay.
Yeah, strong X.
Canceled.
For those of you who are coming in and didn't know, someone already got canceled. I put the red X. Got it. BBCAN BB Canada announced that Ethan is no longer in the house. Twitter did their thing. They said, "No way, Jose. Triple X his ass out. Crazy. It's just crazy. I'm just like so proud. It's just such a great moment. Usually people just, let that shit ride, and I'm so really happy. Ooh.
Super great. Super love that action. No, zero tolerance, guys. Zero tolerance.
Yeah. Yes, I love it. So we're gonna go with Austin, Miss Batty right here. Okay, so Austin, what I love about her, oh my gosh, so she's Guyanese. Is she like the first Guyanese?
She's Guyanese, Egyptian, German.
Yes, so she's a beautiful mix.
Another Guyanese. Anil, is Anil Guyanese? I think Anil might be Guyanese, but female.
I don't know.
I think she's one of the, aside from Ethan, who's no longer there, she's one of the youngest at a 23. So she's 23 years old. Pretty young. From Newmarket, Ontario. Like you said, what's interesting here is she says that she's been boy deprived. She's never had a boyfriend. She seems like she comes from strict parenting. I'm wondering if she's going to get into this house and she's going to act a fool, or if she's going to play the game. Obviously, she's a pretty girl. She's, one of the few that are available and single. I think all of Twitter land has given her the pick of the litter. She can be with practically any man she wants at this point. I think they got predictions of her hooking up with pretty much every straight male there that's available. What are your thoughts?
Here's a couple. Here's first of all, shout out to her sister Tess that will be running out her social media. I guarantee that she'll probably be a leader amongst the social media in terms of being quick and funny. I think that that's always great and something that an asset to have during your stay inside the house. But yeah, beautiful girl, obviously very smart as well. I think she'll have a great time playing the game with whatever alliance she wants to go with. I think, for her best bet, I think she's going to try and lay low. I don't want to compare her to anyone else, but obviously the connection to being sort of, a Paris style, smart, beautiful, middle, just kind of, play the middle. So that's what I'm kind of predicting with her game as well. And also, if you are girl deprived or guy deprived and you go on a show like Big Brother Canada, you can go either two ways. You can either go crazy, or you just kind of get cold feet and don't do anything. Especially if your family is watching as well. You're super paranoid of like how the cameras are and how things are going on. So we'll see how long that camera shyness lasts or doesn't last.
She reminds me of Paris a little bit, like in that sense with her personality. But we're gonna get to Jedson still. But I think her and Jedson might connect because they're both from the same area, Newmarket, Aurora. They might connect on that level.
And they're both the same age.
Yeah, and they're both good looking, right? So
I picked. I agree, Kira.
Yeah.
Jedson and Austin. I'm kind of on the fence with Austin though, if she's even going to be showmance, because like material. Because I think she is. But knowing that her parents are watching and her family, and she's never had a boyfriend, she probably doesn't have guys over the house. Like, I don't know. For me, if I was in that situation, I probably wouldn't want to be seen on national television kissing a guy when my parents have never even seen me like with a boyfriend. So I don't know. It's kind of like I'm on the. I don't know.
Or you could be like my season and think, what? The cameras are rolling? What?
What?
What? You saw me having sex? What?
What?
The cameras?
They caught the shower scene?
What? What? Those work?
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy in there. As Andrew said, the COVID, the deprivation, it's gonna get crazy, I think.
Guys, I'm telling you, I'm listen. Everyone is going crazy right now, and like even once in Toronto, once the weather is nice, there's no lockdown. People are going outside. Like, especially if you have this opportunity to be on Big Brother, to be, everyone in the house is COVID free. Everyone is, been up. So you're like, hey, this is the perfect opportunity for me to kind of have fun and then see where things go with all these people. So this is going to be a really I think emotionally charged season in terms of people connecting with everyone a lot faster. I think everyone connects fast already, but like I'm just thinking COVID and isolation and even this whole experience of sequester, people are night one, night two, you're going to see some backdoor bathroom run. We'll see.
Wow.
You know what? I'm here for it.
I'm telling you, that's one thing I know. Something is going to happen this season romantically in that house.
Oh, yes. I agree with that. I think one of the things that she considers herself is a super fan. And she said that her strategy is actually going to be a very flirtatious one. So I would wonder if, you know, what means. Is she going to be, I mean, she's never had a boyfriend and she's been sheltered. I mean, I was one of those. I was one of those and I was considered a tease. So I don't know if that's a thing, but I don't know. Maybe she just might live
I see Jamar in the chat lobbying hard for this young lady, Austin. I also saw some tweets from young Jamar as well. So, you know, listen, the stock is going up on Austin. So if she ain't get scooped in the house, I guarantee your DMs will be flooded upon eviction night or, you know, confetti night.
That's true. That's true. So, okay. So next we have the other pretty girl who is Beth. She is she's a country girl and she likes to smell of cow shit. What do you think?
Listen,
she's a farmer.
Calgary, Alberta,
very
rural part of Canada. So salute to her.
But she should get down and dirty. That means she'll be a cocky because she can. Yeah, that means that she'll get into some really nasty. She could get into some real nasty shit and not worry about it.
What did you think of the lazy eye? Was that noticeable? Will that be a thing?
I didn't notice it.
I didn't notice it either until she pointed it out.
Yeah. So I think once, obviously, if you're face to face, she'll notice it. But that's something that could be an icebreaker for her and get to know people pretty well. So I think she'll do all right with that.
Yeah, she says she always tries to be the light. There's a lot of life of the parties here. This is where it starts to get really crazy. Either they're all gonna clash or somehow they're gonna mix in. I know in my season, it was really effing annoying to be around all of those really high energy people. So she says she makes a joke out of everything. She's always trying to be the funniest person in the room. Do you think? I feel like she might be trying. She's gonna maybe try too hard. If that's
I think she's a lot. Like I think she's gonna be like. I hope she's not like a huge chatterbox because the house guests are gonna get like pissed off with that. They're gonna get her out early.
Or Victoria, or she's gonna get along with Victoria and they're gonna like drive everybody insane.
Yeah, I don't like how she says that she tries to be the funniest person in the room. Like, if you're gonna be funny, just be funny. Like, don't try. Like, why are you, I don't know. That kind of threw me off. I'm like, why are you trying to be the funniest person? Just be funny. Am I like sounding crazy here? I don't know.
You're being very critical of these young men and women, Maddie. But I'm here for it.
I try to like her, but like, why do you have to try? Just be yourself. If you're funny, you're funny. But on a positive note, I love what she does. I think she has a good heart. I mean, I think she works with children. Or no, homeless. Sorry, homeless.
The homeless, yes. She's a homeless social worker, yes.
Yeah, so, you can tell she comes from a place with a good heart. She has a good heart. So I like that about her. I think her caretaker took a picture of like her and Beth with like her ass showing, like she has a nice booty. I don't know much about her though. Like I think someone said in the comments that she's a wild card, and I couldn't agree with that more. I think she's going to be a wild card. So we'll see. I don't know enough about her, I feel like.
And Moses says she gives Emily Hawken vibes.
Oh, shout out to Em. Listen, guys, stop comparing people to people. I hate that, but hey, I get that what happens. Em is lovely. Love Em. Definitely a bit of like a social sort of awkward, but funny awkward. I see what they're kind of doing there, but we'll see, man. You know, someone might scoop her up these lonely nights out here in these Big Brother streets. You never know.
Why is it all about that? But
Listen,
okay.
it's COVID times. People are cold, and this, I don't know.
You
I think
swear we're not playing Big Brother.
Hey, listen, guys. There's two types. There's two ways to play Big Brother. You can either play Big Brother or you can have fun and play Big Brother the same way. A lot of people just want to have fun. You know, the game doesn't kick in for a lot of people until about the halfway point. So for that first part, you're just kind of getting to know people. And if you're lucky, you get to know people and you get to kind of play the game sparingly.
Yeah.
Hira, you were saying?
I think she's got female alliance vibes. Like I think she's gonna cling to one other female, and I think she's a jury. She's a jury, not pre-jury, but I don't think she has the chops to win it. But I give her a jury, and I think she'll be a loyal person that can go far with another female or two.
So you say she's a like a Maddie or like a and one type of, you know.
What's an and one?
She's not the leader, but she's like, you know, I'll vote with she'll vote with the crew.
No, I think no. I don't.
Not
think
you,
so.
Maddie. My season, Maddie. Maddie from our season. Well, season 6 was a bit more of a follower type, of just kind of going with the flow of things.
Yes.
Versus someone who's like, yeah, we need to target this person and get them
similar,
out.
But I think she'll be a little bit more in terms of more vocal than the Maddie P from your season. So.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All
right. So next we have Braden. Braden is also 23. He's from Calgary, Alberta, but I believe that he's not originally from there. He just goes to school. He's a student. But he is a smart guy, biological anthropology. He studies human behavior. And he considers himself a spiteful, petty bitch. I love it.
I like him. He's funny. I liked his video. He was quirky. He's got Gary from season 1 vibes. So I think, but like a little more relatable to more people around the house. I think he's funny and he's gonna do good with the personalities in the house. I think he can blend in. He's like a chameleon. That's what I feel, based on
I get those vibes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love him. I think he's dead fresh. You know, I saw some Yeezy 500s on. I saw this Supreme side bag there. I saw him talking about what he's going to spend the money on when he wins. I like that. I think he's super fresh. I think he's got a really good social game. My girl Kirsten out in Calgary also co-signed him, and he's a star. You know, he looks good in his photos. He's got some energy, and he had like a sick blouse joint hat, like the see-through black shirt with like the super fresh, man. So salute to his style either way. And I think he's going to be definitely a person that's probably making jury for sure.
He works the cameras great.
Oh yeah,
he seems like he's gonna be good for live feeds. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. I also agree with all of that. I think that here's the thing. I think I feel like gay men do really well on Big Brother. They make it to jury at least. And it's because they have this ability, some of them, not all of them. I don't want to generalize all of them, but they have many of them have very good social game, but also like women tend to feel very comfortable with them. And so they're able to really, like you said, chameleon, they're able to really play kind of maybe like, not say play both sides, but you know, like they can really get in touch with the women and feel, and the women will feel comfortable with them, and the men more times than most will also be, you know, find them as confidants too.
Shout out to Nick Fran in the chat saying that Braden looks like Josh from Big Brother, or the challenge.
He
Josh
does actually, yeah, he kind of does give Josh vibes. Josh 19, season 19 challenge vibes. He does a little bit, actually. Yeah.
Very funny,
So the next we will, obviously we said that Ethan is no go. I do have Kyle's info, but we'll do him last. We have Jetson. So Jetson is who we say is going to be all over Austin, or Austin and Jetson and Austin, whatnot. He's also 23. He's also from Toronto, not too far off from where she is, right?
Yeah, Newmarket. No, sorry, he's Aurora, right?
Aurora. He's Aurora.
Yeah, so they're
Same area. Yeah.
And he is he's a physical trainer. And I have some tea about him.
Ooh.
Yes. Based on this, who wants tea coming in hot? Who wants to know the tea?
We want to hear it. We want it.
He is a recruit.
Ooh.
However, rumor has it that he was stolen off of Love Island. He was supposed to be on Love Island and he was taken to BBCAN. So more than likely, Jetson is just that, just a hot guy. I don't know if he knows how to play the game. His bio, he seems like a sweet guy, but everything that he says has something to do with the physical, you know, about wanting
he plays ball. He models.
I mean, he's a model. He plays ball. Austin's a model, you know. So it seems like they might like that might be the most showmancy, that kind of, I guess people would assume that would be the showmance of the season, right?
He's definitely gonna get in a showmance.
Yeah,
especially if he's coming from Love Island.
Yeah, like he was supposed to be on Love Island, and they took him, took him to be on BBCAN. I guess they needed a little, a little more cuteness.
Listen, there's always a handsome gentleman every season. I was the handsome gentleman on my season, but without further, I definitely think that there's definitely some Anthony crossover there. Definitely a little bit of maybe a little Jamar crossover there. But I like him. I actually DM'd his brother, who's running his Twitter account, and reached out to him. I'm always trying to the Twitter game is rough, so I always told him, hey man, if you have any questions, let me know, or any things like that. But yeah, I think Jetson's awesome. Hira, I want to ask you, do you think Jetson will be the best Big Brother baller in the community, or is it still me?
It's me.
I mean, can you dunk?
I don't think he can dunk. That's one thing. I'll give him that. He can dunk, but it's still me. I don't think anyone challenges me in that department.
Fair point.
Jamar can talk all the shit he wants, but he's not.
Oh,
but I gotta say,
he's still on.
This guy had a very good step-by-step strategy, which doesn't always bode well. But he had a 6-step thing on his bio, so I'm impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
What was his 6 steps? I didn't see. All I saw was he was flirtatious, he was being
So he said, what's his strategy going to the house? 1, keep my educational background a secret. I don't know what his educational background is. 2, get into a strong undercover alliance of 4 to 5 people. Win when necessary, but not every time. Avoid being a target. 4, work a strong social game. Play on emotions of others and try to be good with many players. And appear to struggle in mental comp. So he's going to appear to be dumb.
Oh, yeah.
And lastly, explore a low-key showmance. So.
Yeah. So when I said he was a recruit, let me not, so people don't misunderstand me. Recruits are fine. That's not what I was trying to say, because he's a recruit, he's going to be horrible. I was just saying because he was originally trying to be on a different show and he was a recruit, could mean a lot of different things, which means it could mean that he doesn't know the game, that he doesn't really care about the game. Sometimes that works well because they I feel like they play like they got nothing to lose, and sometimes it's good to see that type of game. Mm-hmm. But other times it's just I like to follow people who have a general interest. I mean, and I was a recruit myself, but I've been watching Big Brother for years and years and years. I just happened to to be recruited. But there are people that were on my season who were recruited and hadn't watched not one episode. and it showed.
Anthony was a recruit for season 7, and I'm not sure who was the recruits on your season, guys. But yeah, it happened. Chris.
The
oh
brain
yeah,
changer.
mind bender, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, Jetson, I think has a great opportunity to go super far. What did you ladies think of his modeling photos, though?
I don't know. It's just too much for me.
Maddie, you're a hater, Maddie. Come on, Maddie, stop this, yo.
I don't know. Like, if you, I don't know. Just like, I mean, he's a good-looking guy. I think he's gonna do well if he does what he says he's gonna do, which more than likely, he's gonna have to change. But I don't know. I just like he's with a selfie stick. Like, I don't know. Something about a selfie stick.
I get what Maddie's saying, and here's what I think. I know male models, and Jetson is not one of them.
Whoa!
That's not to say he's not a good-looking man. To be a male model, it's very hard to be a male model. Like male models, and I'm definitely talking about like the more like literal sense of a model. I think he's just a handsome guy that takes pictures that for people who don't know what modeling is, they'd be like, oh, he's a model, but he's not.
She's saying he's an Instagram model. That's what.
Thank you, Hira. Yes,
Yeah.
I would say he would be the equivalent of an Instagram model. And I think that maybe coming out of BB, if he plays his cards right and women do fall in love with him and he becomes the sweetheart of the season, he might get some real modeling gigs. He might. But yeah.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. So
He looked like he got some serious model. It looked like Joe Fresh, guys. That there wasn't no regular, Instagram sitting on a bench somewhere. That was some, it looked high.
I haven't seen any of his photos, so
I think ask Brittany about his modeling portfolio there, Jessica.
I will. I'm gonna ask Brittany.
I think he's in these streets, though. I think he's in these streets.
Maybe. So, and then we have Josh Farnsworth. He, so I have a question because I am not all of that. I'm not all of that into, Big Brother Canada culture. But do you typically have 2 gay men in one season?
No.
No.
That's there. Yeah, I think we had the kiss with Kevin, Martin, and William. William was, gay, but Kevin was kind of bi. You know what I mean? But I don't think there's ever been 2 gay men on the same season.
Yeah, I found that to be very. I mean, just from someone who came in from U.S. and you typically only have one. Someone said Raul and Mitch.
Oh yes, that's true.
Okay, so maybe it does happen too. Like it doesn't typically happen in the US. That doesn't happen in the US. So I was really happy to at least see this. He is 30. He considers himself a lone wolf. He's inquisitive. He had that weird, like a lot of people are considering him a wild card. They don't know really where to put him. He's a little, it's almost like he questions everything, even like the universe that he lives in type stuff. It's like, but he considers himself an extroverted introvert and very opinionated. I don't see how this guy lasts like the first, for the first week.
I definitely kind of feel like a little bit of Mackie vibes, you know what I mean? In terms of just him being a bit spacey and kind of doing his own thing and having his own conversation. But I do think that he's a lot more adaptable than we're giving him credit for. He did speak highly of Elon Musk. And I thought that was interesting in terms of his own.
Weird.
Yeah, he seems like a bit of his own little conspiracy theorist, and people like. I think it's also going to be interesting to see. I think he's also kind of like feeds gold as well too. Like I think he's going to be a wacky sort of interesting wild card of a character that people are going to be like, you know what, that guy's I like him, or he's going to be sassy and say some like catty, petty, funny stuff. You know what I mean? It just seems with it. I like it.
I don't know. I got like some weird vibes from him. Like he started off with like some like light in front of him or something. I'm like, what is that? Like I kind of got like spooked. I'm like, what? Okay. And then he sounds kind of normal again. And then he started talking about like Elon Musk with some like microchip in the brain or something. I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, am I like? I know I'm not like a scientist.
Honestly,
like,
this is the one guy I was like, I have no comment on this man. I can't get a read on him. And when he started speaking, he reminded me of my boy JL a little bit, the way he was talking. But I have no read on this guy. I don't know. I have nothing to say about him. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Poor JL.
Oh well. I mean, that I'm trying to get the last one. Elon, he has Elon Musk vibes.
That's Kyle right there, eh?
Oh, there's
and this is the replays, and this is and this is the replacement. We're gonna call him the replacement. We're gonna call him Kyle. Yeah, so Kyle is 26. He's from Red Deer, Alberta, and he is a hockey coach. That's, I think, all we know from him right now. It says his bio is coming soon, probably because they literally just put him on, on the website about an hour ago. Who knows?
That was quick. I must say, that was really quick. Like,
I gotta say, you Canadians are fast and efficient. It's like right there.
There's usually like 1 or 2 alternate already kind of tucked away somewhere, right? I think that's always a thing because I've heard stories of people that were an alternate for one season that got a shot the following season, right? That's that happens.
Nico was like that.
Nico, eh?
Nico, last minute, they called him. I think someone failed a drug test, Hira.
Yeah, something like that. Or a physical or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something. They spilled something, so they called Nico last minute.
Yeah.
So Nico is like, I guess, similar to Kyle's position here.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to have a few. Like, I think Christy was an alternate on our season, and look how that turned out. Like, she happened to be the only person who actually knew someone in the house to her benefit. But, yeah. I mean, it's why they have alternates. Thank God, right? They know that these things happen, and I'm actually glad. I really hope that. I mean, I know people are probably. But BB Twitter, do your job. Make sure you go through and
go through everyone.
Go through everything. Investigate. BB Twitter, assemble.
You guys have any skeletons brought up out of you? With the BB Twitter finding skeletons of you? Like any old ex-boyfriends pop up, or like No,
like they. The what, Maddie?
I was gonna say they found out that like I was an Unreal tennis player. So
Unreal.
Unreal.
Fake ass tennis player.
No, I don't think I found anything.
I feel like they were so good at that. They were so good with going through everything. That's why I'm just like so surprised that all of this came out, and it wasn't just a little bit. It was just like a lot of it, But no,
you're too busy trying to find the right minorities, and everyone else. They let the white people slide this year, and then
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing for me was people were really mad at me for not divulging my actual age. And you'd be surprised like how crazy like Twitter folks were about thinking that I was somehow trying to pull a fast one by not telling anybody my actual age. And it was just like, what? Like that's not the important part here. But people really wanted to know. So they dug up and they found my yearbook and they posted it all online and thinking they were gonna, I don't know, somehow shame me. But like the only reason I didn't say it was because I model, and like it's just not something that you divulge like in a modeling career, because you get stereotyped a lot. So and age is one of them. And I just didn't like, it wasn't like this big massive gameplay, it wasn't trying to deceive anybody, but Twitter found it anyway. So there you go. Like Twitter finds everything.
Well,
they find everything.
Hopefully Twitter can find the two hidden house guests? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, who's got the coding for that? Who's gonna
Come
crack
on, Jess. Jess, do you have the tea?
So no, actually, Jamar said that he was tweeting while he was in sequester. So like he's been messaging, he's been chatting with everybody else that's on the chat right now while
Apparently
he's
we're
in
in sequester.
Oh yeah, Hira. I mean, you for sure. You're on a Big Brother couch for
These
sure.
sequester couches are not comfortable, and Maddie's got her. She's sequestered in her living room.
I brought the diplomas and the family tree. I brought the family tree and everything.
So really, how many do you all typically only have 14? But there are, or is it always 16? Because it's always 16 for us.
I think 1 year there was 15.
Yeah.
I can't remember which season.
Yeah, 1 year was 15, but recently it's always been 16. So I'm expecting 2 more.
So we're expecting a twist. So now for those who may not be following already, because obviously all of this information has come to our, has just popped up within the past couple days. Right now, there is about a day left for people to go on Big Brother Canada's home site and vote. You have to vote. For the first time ever, house guests are going to be competing in teams. There's going to be 2 team captains. One's Team Destiny, the other one is Team Defender. And they are now currently a day, 10 hours, and 49 minutes from picking who are the team captains. So what do we think is happening here? What is this twist?
I guess go ahead here.
I think it has to do with the 2 hidden house guests. I think that's my opinion.
Hidden?
Yeah, I think it has something to do where it's gonna involve those 2. I think it's 2 people that they're gonna bring out on the day of move-in or something, and I think it has something to do with those hidden house guests.
So, do you think those 2 people that are hidden are sequestered right now? Because they can't see the bios, right?
Yes, they're sequestered for sure.
Well, it's not us.
It's not us. No. Go, Maddie. What were you gonna say?
I don't think it's anyone from season 8.
Nope.
We're gonna get real here. Yeah, I guess there's gonna be 2 team captains, and then they have to pick teams. I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, I mean that's what it seems to be. So these 2 people who get the most votes become team captain, and they are also immune for the first week, so they cannot be evicted for the first week. They're safe. The idea, they haven't really talked about it. It says, let's see, first get to know the house guests by watching their bios. On night 1, the battle for season 9 begins as the 2 chosen captains will select teammates for their opposing teams. So what they're not going to do is actually pick the people they want. They're going to pick the people that they want their opposing team to have.
Oh,
okay. So this is where it kind of gets tricky. So the 2 people that whoever we vote for, or whoever Canada votes for, you're making them safe. So please don't vote a Jackson. So someone who's going to stay safe. B, they had to have some type of smarts, because the strategy here is to actually give the opposing team the people that they think is, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting.
It's tough, man. Like you're dividing the house from night 1.
Yeah.
And, you kind of people, like there's already going to be divides in the house, what room, what bed you sleep in, whatever. But, by now, putting them on teams, there's definitely going to be some sort of kind of rivalry, or like us against you. And sometimes those sort of lines never get erased. It's really dumb, but that's just, how they kind of, ramp up the competitive energy of the game.
Drew knows a lot about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. I'm
he's
telling you,
got
once,
experience.
listen, I'm telling you, man. Once you have to pick lines, or you know who you're linking with, it's either we rocking with these people because we're together, or we're not rocking with that guy or these people. So it's like, the game quickly turns on its head very quickly, and even if you might want a showmance, maybe because you were with this person, the showmance might go this way. So who knows how things will kind of see how things fall.
Yeah, the
I-
crazy
and
thing
for-
is
for-
that you're not
for the
picking the person you want.
Yeah,
You
and
have
I'm
no
not voting.
control over it.
I haven't voted. I'm not telling people to not vote, but like I know that me personally, it's like a trigger for me. Like I don't know, I don't want to put anyone in that situation, so let me not put that out there.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
So someone said that they haven't seen John party in a few weeks.
Party's working out. He's
Twitter.
got a boxing fight, guys. Come on now. Party's
Oh, are you sure? Are you sure about that?
He's banned off Twitter for something.
Yeah, he's not allowed. That's why he keeps. Yeah, exactly. That's why you haven't seen it. He's banned on Twitter. He's on Instagram, guys. He's on Instagram.
It's not by choice. He's banned off Twitter, guys. Come on.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He said he would beat up Josh, and I guess they have a celebrity boxing match or a reality TV boxing match coming out. He said he would beat up Josh, and Twitter banned him.
Oh, wow.
Said he would Fessy. He said he would knock Fessy the F out or something like that. And
yeah.
that was enough to get him banned.
Oh, wow. Okay. That works. So, you know what? I was thinking, we had this in Big Brother US where they had team captains, but they had coaches. So my thought process is, considering that there's 2 more people, maybe these returning players could be like big players. Like, who would you consider is like your, maybe a legend in Big Brother Canada? And since you have team captains, you're going to have a team coach.
Legends in our Big Brother streets. I don't know if you've met most of these Big Brother characters. But these legends that they speak of aren't very legendary, guys. But salute to all those that think they're legends or iconic players. Obviously, your ego is far more greater than mine. But yeah, salute to, I don't know. Who's a legend, guys? You young guys, tell me who's a legend.
Salute to Drew. He's the OG.
Listen.
You're the legend, Drew.
Someone said legends like the Nitas and the Aikas. I spoke to Aika today. She's not in sequester. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm seeing her next week. I don't think so. But I don't know. Honestly, what I think it's gonna be, I don't think anyone new is gonna come in. I think it's gonna be. I think if people were gonna come in, it's gonna be season 8. I don't think that's happening. I've been calling everybody. Hey, Sheldon, are you in sequester? Just making sure. Okay, bye-bye. I don't really care how you're doing. Just bye-bye. Making sure you're not in sequester. Totally kidding. I like Sheldon, whatever.
Did you call Sheldon?
I think it's gonna be a battle back. Okay. I think they're gonna extend the season by doing a battle back. I think it's gonna be I just think it's gonna be a battle back. I just have a feeling. I don't think it's going to be any new players coming in. I think it's going to be the 14, and that's it. No one new, I don't think.
That's not a bad idea too. I like the battle back. We have had a battle back in Canada for a couple seasons, so yeah.
We are due.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be one in our season because we were due, but no.
Yeah. I'm going to be very surprised if there isn't 2 newbies just waiting.
Do you think newbies, or do you think returnees?
Newbies. No, It's not going to be returnees. Just 2 newbies that are just waiting to be unveiled. I think I'm going to be so surprised if that's not the case.
I
don't know why. I have a gut feeling. I have a gut feeling about it. I don't know why. I just think it's going to be the case.
Do you guys like the vote-in house guest thing? That twist?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Veronica and Marin?
The Heaven and Hell one, and
it's ruthless. It's ruthless.
It is ruthless. If you're those 2 people, like the male and the female, that were just standing there, and you didn't get, and you're all ready to go in the house, and you got your bags packed, you probably quit your job, and you're not going into that house, but you're right at the doors. I think that's ruthless. I couldn't even. I can't wrap my head around that, like how they would even feel.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
savage. I think
that's
I
insane.
like it, but as a person who's
Yeah.
went through the sequester phase, if I had to do that, it would be heartbreaking. So
I agree.
That's hard.
But as a fan, it's kind of interesting.
Someone also said, Anna, I saw you. She said Godfrey or Brittany. Brittany she texts me today, so I don't know. I mean, she actually replied. She was somebody that I wanted to come on the show to kind of kiki with all of us, but she couldn't make it. She couldn't make it, so I don't know. Maybe it is Brittany. Maybe Brittany's in sequester.
I don't know. If they bring somebody back though, like it better be like a big name. Like, I don't know, some legend, some BBCAN legend.
I don't know. Like Karen ended up doing a cast reveal with Bruno, so I don't think it's like so. Kevin's getting engaged, or Kevin got engaged, right? So
yeah.
Who's left? Who's left, y'all?
I don't know. Like maybe a winner from a previous. Like I don't know.
Guys, there's no one old is coming back, guys.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So you're only gonna have 14 people.
I think if there possibly might be a vote in, but I think Maddie might have it, guys. I think there might be just a couple battle backs because people are gonna love these characters so much that they're not gonna want them to go home. And I think there's even gonna be like, oh, I want them to fight back, right? So I think there's definitely gotta be. And you know what? And I'm going through the chat. Everyone's naming off their legends. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But yeah, no, and shout out to, I think someone said Netta's a legend. Yeah, sorry, Neha's a legend too. She's super hot too, by the way. All right, let me stop.
Okay, so it's either a battle back. So y'all really don't think there's gonna be like any coaches for these teams? It's just gonna be a team captain.
We're not doing what you Americans have already done. This is Canada. We have our own rules. We have our own sauce, and we have our own Arissa Cox. So with that being said, expect new ideas, new sauce. Come on, don't you know this is a legendary season? What they got going on here? New uncharted territory right here, guys. This is something
uncharted territory. So actually talking about this because we have not seen the house, but the theme is post-apocalyptic. So these people are like literally living in a swamp. It's like literally your
it's really sad. Honestly,
your what is it? Your have-not room. It's basically
it
your
looks like our
room.
have-not room, but everywhere. For me personally, it makes me quite emotional seeing that was our house, but now it's basically destroyed and we didn't get to complete the season. And it's just like, it's honestly heartbreaking. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see if it is like the same rooms they use that we had, but just like made all rusty and
that would be horrible.
If like apocalyptic vibe, like I would just, it's gonna be hard for me to like watch some of those.
Yeah.
Is it nice seeing your guys in the promo ads and stuff? Because you know you're gonna see probably a little bit more of yourselves as things kind of ramp up towards. I saw HIRA in that raccoon outfit.
Dog. I'm a dog.
The dog.
I'm a dog.
He was a husky or something.
Yeah, no, honestly, when that ad came up, my boss was messaging me like, hey, do I need to know anything if you're going anywhere? I'm just like, please, guys, leave me alone. I don't want to I've already gotten over this right now. I don't want to feel like more hurt as much as I would love to have gone on, but it just hurts when I see those scenes and those ads and promos. Because I feel like everyone from our season was somewhat expecting like someone, at least one of us, to be called back.
Yeah. And,
it's no one, I think, this season. Maybe down the line, who knows? But it's...
Yeah, I thought it was going to be maybe 4. I thought it was going to be a fan vote-in, maybe, like 2 guys, 2 girls, maybe, something along the lines of that. But I mean, I don't know about you here, but like I haven't heard anything like from production, anything like that. Like not even like a courtesy call. Hey, by the way, we're doing all newbie. I don't know. Just something to, you know, ease my mind. But seeing the commercials, like you were saying, like they showed like 2 pictures of like me kissing Mike or something. And I'm just like, blah. Like, why did you have to use me as that? I don't know. But I mean, it is what it is. You can't only control, you know, what you can control. And yeah.
What's meant to be will be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like coming from someone like actually watching. I was telling you this, Maddie, like your season was the first season I saw coming right out of my my Big Brother season. So it was actually very it was weird because I had a lot of anxiety watching you guys. But it was just like a tad bit different because it's not the same house and it's not, you know, so I felt like a little comfort in it. It was quite therapeutic doing recaps like about you guys because it was just, you know, I feel like you kind of get like we all have to kind of go through that initial like mourning phase, if that makes sense, of just like I know that it's been a year to the T that you guys have. It's going to be almost a year to the T. But I don't know. I've been told by so many Big Brother players that it lasts a lifetime. Like we'll never stop talking about it.
For us, like there's just no closure. That's the big thing for us right now. Like, you know, you guys get to come out if you're evicted the right way or you win. Like you get that whole experience and you get to talk it all out. Like what happened. But for us, we came out to a world where we just are locked in our own homes and we had no closure because we wanted to finish what we started, and that's the tough part. So it's gonna be hard, but I'm kind of over it a little bit now in terms of like not feeling so hurt. I'm excited for this new season. I'm excited for the cast, but those feelings will still be there deep down. You know.
Yeah. It was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I ended up here with you guys, but I wasn't planning on looking at the bios. I was a little bitter. I'm not gonna lie. Like as soon as you messaged me, Jessica, I'm like, okay, I got to start looking at the bios. Like this was tonight. Like I wasn't planning on looking at the bios, but by doing so, it, like you said, it was a little therapeutic, and I think it's helped me. You know, RIP season 8, and I don't know. It just feels like we didn't get, you know, jury to kind of resolve all our issues. We didn't get, you know, that after party in Niagara that everyone goes to and talks about. We didn't get a lot of things. I'm not saying like we were needy, but like we didn't get to experience those perks. But
wow, you guys go to Niagara?
We're very grateful. Pardon?
Is that what they do? Is that what BB does? They go to Niagara?
There's a bunch of different things. There's a lot of different things, but the Niagara trip used to be a thing. It's been like 2 years without it. They stopped it our season because they wanted to do like a bit more quiet, a bit more outdoorsy, a bit more just alumni. But we got to feel to feel the touch, the love from the fans is something that I know that you guys really, really want. And I get that, you know, like, you know, when I got evicted, I went to a Blue Jay game and then I was like mobbed at a Blue Jay game. I was like, oh, is this what life is like now that I'm a Canadian celebrity? And then it's super short-lived and you kind of move on past it. But like, yeah, it's like you kind of do definitely need that sort of, you know, bit of closure. And I even told Jess, like, you know, I'm glad that you guys are being a part of the conversation online and on Twitter because I get like you don't want to see it. You don't want to be around it. But like, you know, I guess life's about, you know, experiencing things and getting past them. So kudos to you guys coming through and you know and sharing your pain, and hopefully, you know, a few laughs will be able to make it a little easier.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
And I think that ultimately, like the fans and thank you guys, everybody who's actually on right now. Like there's like over 100 people like on a live right now. And so the fact that they are like seriously like looking at you guys and like they all feel you. Like one said, you know, Makisha said, "HIRA, you were the best representation for Brampton." And like Richie is just saying, you know, that he feels like you're, you know, he was feeling for you guys so hard. I mean, we saw it. I saw the look on your faces when you got the news. Like, I think if anything, you could go in and know that like you all did make history. It's definitely not a forgotten. I think that if anything, you will never be the forgotten season, because that moment where you guys were told what was happening, when you guys had absolutely no clue what was happening, that will be like a forever moment in history. There has not been one show that has gone through what you guys have gone through. Like, and I know that's just like really sucky still that you didn't get to enjoy some of the other parts, but I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. It could be like it's like you guys are like forever immortalized as well for not really getting to the nitty-gritty of that shit. So you also, because some people are like, bitch, I loved you in the beginning and now I effing hate you because you took out so-and-so and then you got into it with this person and you said this like mistake on, on the feeds and all of a sudden you're canceled. Like, you guys didn't have any of that except with the, with the whole Kyle situation. I mean, with a couple of other things, but that was actually really early on. But
Maddie and I were we were talking about it in our group chat. Like, at least, I hate to be sappy, but at least we got,
we got each other.
Exactly. We got each other. We got friendships that are gonna last for a lifetime, and hopefully that's something.
Because you guys didn't have a chance to stab each other in the back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I just want to point out that leaving the house, the fans, alum, they have been like so, encouraging and supportive. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without all of you. So thank you so much. It was a nice like peace of mind that, that it's not so bad. It's life goes on, basically, is the moral of the story.
So I wanna leave off with final notes on each and every individual of you guys, like of who is your top like front runner to win this, and who do you would that be the front runner, and who you think would be a good final, maybe a good final two? Do we want to do final two or just front runner, or just like a front runner to win? I know, Hira, you did a whole like top five, so you could share that
top
one
five,
too.
but you want me to share my top five?
Yeah, here's the top five, Hira. Okay.
So my top five.
And while you guys talk, I want the people in the chat room, I want you guys to tell me in the chat. I want to see who are the ones that are your number ones. Who do you think is going to take this? But go ahead.
Hira, you're burning bridges, before you even meet these people, by the way. Because you're gonna come outside and say, Hira, you shitted on me in that interview. I saw you.
No. You don't even know them, so it's okay.
Hey,
it's just first impressions. You went through it, we went through it.
Exactly. All we have is preseason favorites, and we have the right to have that. Like, I'm not hating on anybody. I hope not. I hope I didn't hate on anybody in this. No, I'm not hating on anyone on Twitter, but I'm just giving my favorites. That's all. It might change in like a week.
I know. I think I read, I think Hamza said he's not doing absolutely anything until they go inside of the house, because it changes so hard. It does.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll give you, let's do final two. What do you guys think? All right. Final two, my picks, I'm going to go with Tara, the mom, and Jedson.
Whoa, wild.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's my picks.
Wow, that's okay. All right.
Cool.
From my final five, those are the two that I think will kind of sneak through and also make good alliances. That's my.
I think Tara might sneak through. If she doesn't play the mom card, I think she could.
The mom card's coming out soon.
Cool mom.
Yeah.
Cool mom.
She's a cool mom.
I'm gonna see her too. Right? I'm not rooting for her, but yeah, no.
Go ahead,
Drew.
I like Austin, guys. I think she's got the brains and then the just the energy to kind of be calming. And you know what? I gotta go Latoya. Something I can't, I don't like the police, but I love black women. So half of me is confused, half of me is all for it. But I'm rolling.
Half of you is confused.
Listen, I don't like you guys. If you see the vehicles I drive in the police time, how many times I've been pulled over by police officers or harassed in the city, no deal peel. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me stop. Shout out to
Drew's just trying to get.
I want no
trying to get close with the popo. That's what's happening.
Yeah, right, listen. I do wonderful work in Scarborough in the community. Latoya, let's link and do an event for the kids. You know what I mean? It's everyone. Everyone is so nice this season. That's another thing too. Everyone is either super aware of their value to society and wants to make the world a better place. And the only person that I didn't see that from was the one guy that got evicted or got removed. So like I think they really do have like people that were good members of society that want to thrive and see the world in a better place. But I definitely think that they're gonna eat each other's food once the push comes to shove in the Big Brother house. So I think it's hopefully that they'll still be cool and want to change the world after the experience together.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Latoya. She's a bad bitch.
You're a big fan, eh? Big fan, eh?
I'm a big Latoya. Yeah. I didn't know this until tonight when I was looking at the bios, but I'm like, I like her. And if I ever get pulled over by her, I'll be like, I'm your biggest fan. But,
her body is crazy. You see the workout?
I wrote that on my paper.
Girl.
I saw those deadlifts. She's pushing more than I am. That's what I'm saying.
And this is tough. I'm leaning towards, I want to say Rohan if he doesn't get his lies all, mixed up with people, and if he doesn't. But I feel like he's going to be a very good manipulator, and he will be the villain, but I feel like he won't kind of show people that. And I don't know. He's a Toronto boy.
What type of Indian is Rohan, Hira? Like
I think he's Hindu. I think he's a Hindu. Like, so I'm Sikh, so there's many kinds of.
But like India, like from India, or like island Indian, or like
No, he's India.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely India. Kapoor, last name, very common in India. So he's India. Okay. He's probably, I'd say, South Indian. Yeah.
Okay. I like Solid too. I think he's. Listen, I'm not hating. I just feel like if we're overdue for a female winner. And I think with the casting choices this year, there are some strong women that I think the guys are going to be too focused on the girls looking good and being hungry during quarantine. And these women are going to be like, yo, I'm just going to lead this guy along and catch them slipping. That's my hot take and read so far. Yeah. And that's no disrespect to the guys, because I'm rooting for y'all too, but I just feel like the girls are too pretty and you're going to be like, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Well, you know what? There's some good-looking guys in the house too. So
which one's Maddie?
Girls have needs.
Which one's Maddie?
We have needs too.
Who's your top three guys?
Top three guys? You sound like production.
With the body, yaddy. Come on, Maddie.
Look, I don't know the name.
Maddie, come on. Listen. The comments are calling me matchmaker, but in there. So I'm trying to.
I'm gonna have to go with maybe Judson, Tashawn, and Rohan, but like those are all the.
I think they're the only three single guys. They're like the only guys.
Okay. Oh no, Kyle.
Oh, that's true, Kyle too. Okay, so for people who are saying in the chat, there's a lot of people saying in the chat that his bio and his video came out. Okay, so it's online right now. Sorry, my phone died, so I can't show you anything. But people are saying he's a fun guy. Thank you. Man, you guys are so amazing. Our the people in the chat are just. All of you must be Canadian, because you guys are the nicest people ever. Seriously? Like, someone said, Kyle plans to make as many connections as possible and dominate the competitions in hope to become the BBCAN 9 champ. That's from the website.
Listen, you can't do that. It's contradictionary. You can't be, dominate and be friendly because you're gonna have to, get blood on your
Here's
hands.
the thing. Come on, who's look, this is a common thing. I feel like every house guest is gonna say that their strategy is to make as many connections as possible. It's Big Brother. There's no way in hell that you're not gonna try to make connections. Like, there's nobody that says I'm gonna talk to absolutely nobody and hide under a fucking rock so that I can win the season. Like, nobody says that.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No. Yeah.
It's literally how people perceive you. And like, sorry, Canada, I don't want to sound really mean. Please don't take this the wrong way. Maddie, you included, but white people are the minority this season. So more than likely, it's gonna be tables turned. Like, I think there's gonna be a lot of white people that are gonna watch the show and feel a little uncomfortable, a little bit, just a little bit. And I think so. They're gonna feel like things are gonna be maybe unfair for some of these people. It's gonna be. I feel like this season you're gonna see a lot of people having uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. I think it's definitely going to, shift a lot of norms that a lot of people are used to. You might be used to seeing more people that look like you or your faves, you know what I mean, or who to stand right away. So I think it's definitely going to, switch the energy up and see who's really about trying to connect.
Yeah, and someone said, I'm sorry, R09 Climb XB. He said he's American. And I said, thanks, Canadians, for being so nice and giving me that information. He's like, I'm American. I know Americans are nice sometimes too, especially the ones that watch BB Canada. I feel like we're the nicer ones. No, what was I gonna say? Someone said, Kyle said he's gonna bring the party. Spoiler alert, so did Ethan.
Oh.
No, but he did. He said he was the life of the party, did he not?
Listen, man,
Wasn't that part of his video?
From the still on his video, he's sitting in his underwear on a hockey net outdoors in Alberta with skates on. So he might be a little bit of a party animal. You never.
If he's coming to the party with raisins in the potato salad, he can go back home with that party, brother.
Raisins? Who puts raisins in the potato salad?
Listen, I've heard that there's certain variations of potato salad that are accepted or none, but you gotta know what. Listen, the party this year in the house is a little different, guys. It seems like the party this year has a bit more flavor, has a bit more seasoning than what people are normally looking for. So look forward to something different, guys. Look forward to a totally different Big Brother experience. You know what I mean? There's probably going to be a lot more shea butter in the bathroom this year. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
I can't with you.
Oh my god!
I really can't with
not
you.
Everyone, listen, but not everyone's like you said, Jeff. It's going to be awkward for a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't gonna find comfort in the same sort of show that they're used to. It's not High School Musical every year.
Drew, they're not going to be cooking Katie.
Listen, no Katie with the hot dog, bro. No, there's probably less ketchup being consumed this year. You know what I mean?
The sauces are going to be a hot supply.
There's going to be more jerk seasoning and Grace pepper sauce in the house. So listen, guys, let's celebrate this win for diversity, and you know what I mean. And if people, it's going to be a lot more interesting conversations on the feed. At least I'll be more tuned in anyway.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, it's a good. Regardless, it's just a good mix of people. It's just like not one overpowers another. Like that's what I feel like. It's literally. I mean, to be quite honest, it's it's what I personally, I mean, and again, I'm not Canadian, but like one of the things that I noticed most when I went to Toronto for the first time was just like the diversity that I saw in Toronto, where it was just like, it's like, I don't know, here in Chicago, you just see everything segregated. So it would be like you would see that one token person in a sea full of like white people. And like, I didn't see that in Toronto. I just saw so many different ethnicities, and it was just like a beautiful thing. And I see that in the cast. Like I see that represented in the cast. And I think that that's, they're going to be able, well, except that there's a lot more like Ontario people. So I feel like that might be a little bit unfair, but we're not talking about like that. It's not going to be about race, right? At this point, it's just going to be kind of like, oh, you're from Ontario, or we're closer. Everybody's like close to Toronto. So they're probably going to like all maybe, I don't know if that's a thing. And just, yeah, from region, from region.
There's so many really cool things I've thought about too. Like even like cannabis use. Will cannabis be used in the house this year? You know what I mean? We got
Is
like
that allowed?
It's illegal in Canada. It's legal in Toronto. You know what
I mean,
mean?
it's legal in California and here too, but we weren't allowed to do it. But I mean,
well, hey, listen, new season, new energy. We know, maybe we'll see what happens, right? What else was there? No, there's a lot of really, really cool, really great things happening. So let's see. But I also want to say that I hope that everyone gets along. Is that naive of me to think that? I mean, we've seen some
why
I guess a little, right? But let's be honest here, guys. Everyone knows what they're getting themselves into this season specifically in terms of diversity and inclusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these conversations that we've had past years about, the Sheldon versus Jamar, or the two people, or people just having to fight each other, turn on each other. I hope that there's a lot more unity, a bit more love amongst the you know what I mean? So hopefully that we don't have to turn our back on each other. So I don't know.
Yeah,
this
isn't Big Brother best friend.
Right.
Like,
I got you.
Maybe outside of the house. I know what you mean. I agree with you, just because we kind of witnessed that firsthand, and I totally get where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, it's still Big Brother, and like the name of the game is just to lie and manipulate, and so it's tough, because I get what you're saying, but the game is, the dynamics of it is just to
get them out, right? People gotta go. You gotta lie to people. You gotta treat them bad, right?
Tough. It's a fine line. So
yeah, and to be honest, nobody wants to have them all kumbaya with each other, and the fact that everybody's gonna be in natural competition with each other is gonna make things nasty. I remember coming into my season and thinking, oh my God, a lot of us get along, and you get along for that first week until that first competition comes in, and then it starts to get real when the first person gets nominated for eviction, and once those those nominations come in, that's when shit starts getting real, and people start getting mad, and people feel betrayed, and all of that good shit. So obviously for the first couple days, everything's all fine and dandy, but like, it never stays that way. I would just like to see the drama, and I don't mind the villain. I don't mind all of these things, as long as they're doing it in like a more respectful way. You know what I mean? And that there's not like a disrespectful bias where where you're insulting someone's culture, when you're insulting someone's race and, their ethnicity. Like, it's more like insult them because, they got bad tracks in their hair, or, or their dye job is shit, or, like, do that stuff, but not like the super personal, do the petty shit. Like, I want to see petty shit. I don't want to see like mad disrespectful stuff,
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
No, it's just it's a fine line, right? It's a fine line.
It's a definite. So
like they've already kind of they've put so many landmines for people to step on in order for it to go wildly wrong. No? Like I guess that's just my perspective. Is you like I like the allure that everything could go amazingly great or could be amazingly wrong.
Yes.
And I think
Yeah.
that's the fine line that we're even casting has to play every time in terms of who they pick and how they put this cast together. So right now, I'm sold. The cast is a landmine of wonderful, diverse, little mini fires that could be going on at any
I
given
feel
time.
like last season was that too. Everybody was super excited about last season's cast. We were all about it. Even the villains.
I rewatched the bios. I'm like after the season, obviously, I'm like, wow, it could have been like a really good season. Like we're very, like all of us were pretty like good characters on the show. And it was so disappointing. And yeah.
It's tough.
Our season had tons of potential. And this one, I know this one, the cast looks amazing. It has a lot of potential. But again, it's like, I feel like it's really good, as Drew said, or really bad with this more like they've set it up to be really good with all the diversity and different people, but I hope it doesn't turn out and like slap us in the face.
Okay, so quick question. Since we got jammers on the chat, who do you think is going to be the next jam? Who's going to be the next jammers on the feeds? Who's going to ham it up for the feeds?
Oh, you're referring to like feeds?
Yeah, who's gonna like? I know there's nobody like Tomorrow, but what I'm saying is, who's gonna ham it up like he did?
Maybe Kiefer.
I think everyone's gonna, here's what happens, guys. People see what has transpired the season before, and then they try to go even harder. You know what I mean? Like people's like the bar is set, and then everyone tries like, okay, you know what? Jamar went off on the cams. Let me see how hard I can go off from the cams too. Oh, this person looked good with the sauce. Let me see if I can out-sauce this person as well. So I think it's like everyone has to kind of find their own sort of vibes, their own sort of, and everyone's their own entity. Like, no one is a clone or a different archetype of someone else. Everyone is their own person differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with seeing elements of people that remind you of some of your faves in the past. You know what I mean? But you also have to realize that, hey, this person is definitely not anyone that you ever seen before. So, but I definitely love Kiefer. I think Kiefer will be hilarious. I saw even Jetson, he seemed like a very funny guy. He's just kind of walking around the gym, you know what I mean? So I think there's some strong, characters, and obviously we've been undervaluing Victoria. You know what I mean? She's definitely gonna be super. Spicy V, Spicy V, super entertaining already. And
Raiden will be interesting on it. And
there's so many.
But that's the thing. I hope no one I hope no one goes in there trying to be like someone else, because Jamar is himself. Like that's him. That was the best part about it. Like he didn't try to be that. That's just how he is. And if anyone tries to be that, it's not gonna come off as authentic as that. Because like Jamar was like just himself. He would walk by a camera and do some goofy shit. That's just how he is. So
and then the thing is, though, that some people love that about Jamar, but then the same people hated that about Jamar. So it's like, regardless of how you position yourself in the house, you can't move trying to be the fan favorite. You just have to move like you, and if people love it, they love it. So that's just be your own self.
Do you?
The social media influencer, I feel, also will be a huge, phenomenal star this year as well. She's a star already. But I feel like if she, and I'm sure production will, I'm not trying to say will give her a good edit, but she's already going to have that sort of favored edit because of what she represents to the community. But she's polished already. When you do these YouTube videos, when you have these sort of presence, when you know what sells, what to say, and how to that polish goes a long way. It goes a long way. So she's already out of here. So.
I agree with that, actually, and I think that she'd probably make for just her naturally. She'd probably just be more talkative, maybe talk to herself a little bit more, maybe like create that content without her knowing that, you know, she's creating content maybe. Yeah, but yeah, I think ultimately, oh, and I didn't say I didn't say who I was looking for, but I'm right there with like my tops. I think are gonna be Latoya and Julie. Although I think ultimately that that Austin might have it too. I definitely agree that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a girl season. I really do. I think we have a lot of powerhouse women on the team. I'm really hoping that they all know how to work with each other and they would see the you know, that they would see the benefit, in that. But you know, you can never tell. I'm not going to keep my hopes up. I say we come back like in a couple weeks and we say how wrong we were about our assumptions. How about that?
No,
Yeah.
we're definitely going to be off.
Yeah,
and we'll probably dislike people a lot more too. Like that's, and I think that's the thing too. Like, I didn't want to like hate. You don't have to hate on people, but like I feel like there's nothing wrong with being honest about your opinions on people, and anyone knows that, you know, you'll definitely see them eventually and have these conversations. But like, it's tough, man. It's tough. Just for you know, Hira and Maddie, this is your first season on Twitter. I know I've said this to other people before. Just, you know, think before you hit the send button. You know what I mean? Take a second. You know, don't be quick to talk shit or to jab. You know what I mean? People will take what you say and run with it, and then, you know, whole other nonsense. But just, you know, take a second. And I say that to you, even Jamar. I'm going to say to Jamar. Jamar's in the chat. Jamar, you know I love you, bro. But come on, fam, go easy on him, man. Go easy.
Oh my gosh, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming on today and in such short notice. I'm so happy that that I could find like a Canadian BB fam and like that we can talk about this. And I definitely want to have you guys back on and like during the season. Each one of you, can you just tell absolutely everybody who's watching where they can find you if they wanted to follow you on your social media channels?
Okay, I'll go first. You can on Instagram, you can follow me at Madeline Nuns. I don't know, my brother chose it. And Madeline Nuns. And then you can also follow me on Twitter. I think it's Madeline BBCAN 8. I think that's it. Yeah, Madeline BBCAN 8. Thank you for those people. Oh, okay. And I'll also be okay. Actually, go ahead, Hira and
finish.
Well, I just want to say to the house guests that are listening to this, I like, you know, it's all love and we love you and we're family. So, you know, we just all, it's kind of like initiation. So, you know, we had to go through it. We love you. And that's it. So go ahead, Drew or Hira, take it away.
Yeah, it's all love, guys. It's all love. We're not hating. We're just giving our first opinions, our first impressions. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram with Hira Diol 10 and Twitter Hira BBCAN 8. So thank you, Jess, for having us here on such short notice, and we love to talk more when the season gets going.
Absolutely. Drew?
It's Big Brother Drew, Big Brother with an A on Twitter. You guys can change your Twitter handles too, and Big Brother, you know, you guys can do that, by the way, now. You know,
quick question: does Big Brother do that for you? Because I just noticed everybody popped up on with the same like
mine was.
That's what happens. That social media they create one for you.
Yep.
For Twitter, I think that. Yeah, I think so.
They even had it for Instagram as well, but I don't use that one anymore. So.
My Instagram is at Those Miller Boys on Instagram. I'm pretty active with stories, sneaker content, snacks, stuff like that. But yeah, Yeah, working out every now and then.
Videos. I watch them.
Yeah. Hitting the gym hard.
Be sexy for the summer when we go back outside, guys. Come on, Too many Uber Eats and everything else. So trying to,
He's getting ready for when Caravana comes. Actually,
if they cancel Caravana, guys. Oh my gosh, the workouts are over.
Take it easy. Take it easy on that skip rope, Cam.
Yeah, it's
don't break your glasses. Don't break your glasses.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a great season, guys. I want to shout out all the family members running the social media accounts for their house guests in the house. I know it's super difficult. I know the Twitter streets are mean and rough and negative. Try to be positive to these house guests. They're just their families, their moms and their brothers and their sisters, guys. Like, come on, let's just be nice to each other as much as you can be. Drag who you want, but just, for initially, just know that they didn't sign up to be shitted on or see their family members get shitted on every night. So be kind, be nice, and hopefully it's going to be a fun season.
Absolutely. And I see Jammers is asking, Jamar is asking where his invite is. Jams, sorry, I didn't ask you to be on this one because it was a little full, but I have asked Ika
is a must. There's a must.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm definitely gonna have you on too. Who knows if not by yourself, but or with Ika. Like I'm gonna be doing like a little viewing thing with her in the next couple weeks. So really excited about that. So just make sure that you guys are tuning in. This is not a goodbye to these house guests. It is a see you later because I can't wait to just like kind of talk game with you when we're like in the thick of it and watching this in the middle of the season and laughing about how it was all so good back in the day.
And how wrong we were.
And how wrong we were. but actually, you know what? Let's like try. I think that we should all do kind of like maybe like I don't know how many people can be on drafts these days, Drew. Like, can we do just like a really big draft?
You don't want too many, man. Because then the season is long too. At Mac, I think HIRA, you won our draft last year, right?
No, Jamar did. Jamar won.
Right? Okay, but
I came second.
You're in there, but yeah, I think if you're gonna do it, everyone gets two people, but that's
yeah. For those Americans, or as Canadians would like to call us, foreign nationals. For those of you all who do not watch BBCAN, if this is your first year, there's several ways for you all to watch it. I like the very legal way, which is to get a VPN, but I use a Surfshark. So for whoever is looking for a VPN, but there's also really there's other ways to get them too. But I hear that you can get some nasty viruses. But did you guys know of any where people have been watching BBCAN through certain websites?
If anyone's looking for links, tell them to DM me. I got a friend who has a few different plugs. There's also
someone who knows someone, guys.
I listen. There's too many police officers watching these Big Brother streams these days. So I gotta,
There's so many people on Twitter. You can find these links.
Facebook has 1,000 people that will find you in a group. There's a lot of reality groups on Facebook. Shout out to my boy Mike.
Don't say it too loud. Don't say it too loud because I think we'll tell you squad is probably watching.
Yeah, just DM us, guys.
So definitely DM Drew if you're American and you're looking for a way to watch BBCAN. It starts on March 3rd. And if I have any more information, I'm definitely going to be sharing that on my Twitter, so follow us. It seems like the girls will probably be recapping a majority of Big Brother Canada with me, so make sure you're doing that. And if not, if it doesn't go from Girl Let's Agree to Disagree, it'll go hop onto my my personal page, which is the Jessica Milagros on YouTube. I'll probably share the link at some point or another. But saying we love you guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and for just giving us so much love. And I think we're out. So